quote, gender Taliban can't even define what it means to be a woman. They are erasing what it means to be women and endangering women and girls in the process. Under the Biden administration's guidance, use someone's biologically correct pronouns or their legal name. Guess what? It's workplace discrimination. Which leads me to my first question, Ms. Wiley. Can you define what a woman is?
A woman is a person.
Everybody, listen to the left today. They cannot say yes or no when in asking whether or not there are risks to women when biological men are in the bathroom. Can't even say yes or no in the hearing today. This is lunacy. This is absurd. This gender-bending ideology of the left is disgusting.
The tension in Congress was electric. You could almost feel it buzzing through the air. And then, Representative Nancy Mace took her seat. If you thought this was going to be another boring hearing, think again. This wasn't just politics. This was a fight for truth, for women and for reality itself. Right out of the gate, Mace cut through the noise. She looked the committee dead in the eye and dropped a legal bombshell, reminding everyone the 14th Amendment and Title VII were written to protect women from discrimination. Then, she turned up the heat. Joe Biden is confused, she said. The Biden administration and their gender Taliban can't even define what it means to be a woman. That's when things got real. Mace called out the new workplace rules, saying under Biden even using someone's biological pronouns could be called discrimination. She didn't mince words. Where did we lose our way? I tell my kids, you come home with A's and B's, not pronouns. Silence swept over the room. This isn't equality, it's erasure. And then, the headline moment. Mace locked eyes with Maya Wiley, the Democratic witness. Can you define what a woman is? Wiley started to dodge, but Mace wasn't having it. We're not doing story time. Simple question, what is a woman? Wiley replied, a woman is a person who says she is. But Mace shot back, no, that's not how it works. There's biology, there's science.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution and the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibit discrimination on the basis of sex. That has been the law of the land for decades. Unfortunately, Joe Biden is confused. Shocker. The Biden administration and their, quote, gender Taliban can't even define what it means to be a woman. They are erasing what it means to be women and endangering women and girls in the process. The Biden administration's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in April of this year updated guidance on what constitutes sex-based discrimination. Under the Biden administration's guidance, use someone's biologically correct pronouns or their legal name. Guess what? It's workplace discrimination. Acknowledging someone identifies as a different gender without their permission, workplace discrimination. Insist that biological men use the bathroom or locker room designated for biological men and not terrorize women and girls in the girls' bathroom, workplace discrimination. Where did we lose our way? This is absurd. I tell my kids, when you come home from school with pronouns, you don't come home from school with pronouns, you come home with A's and B's. I don't want to know your pronouns. I don't care about your pronouns. That is not what we should be talking about in school. We should be talking about A's and B's, math, writing, and arithmetic. This guidance by the Biden administration infringes on the First Amendment rights of American workers, threatens the safety of women and girls, and serves to further erase and erode what it means to be a woman. Which leads me to my first question, Ms. Wiley. Can you define what a woman is?
A woman is a person who says she is. And let me just tell you one story about this, because when I was a child...
No, you're not going to tell me a story. We're not doing that right now. It's not story time.
Yeah, it is story time, because when I was a child, I was called a boy.
No, it's not. I'm going to reclaim my time. Be quiet. I'm going to reclaim my time right now. Biological women are real women. A guy born as a man who wants to pretend to be a woman and put him in his big gym and the twins in the locker room with underage girls, or his little gym and twins, by the way, is disgusting. I have a daughter. She turned 14 last year. I took her to a store called Aerie. for her birthday. We went shopping for an hour in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. She was taken to her dressing room by a biological male in a miniskirt and a lace bralette. It is disgusting. I have no idea if that man was over 18 or under 18. It is absolutely disgusting that we're redefining what women are and allowing men into women's private spaces. And by the way, Miss Wiley, I am a survivor of rape. I was raped at the age of 16. I am not going to put other women and girls into unsafe situations where biological men, with their willy-nillys out, putting women and girls at risk. It's absurd, it's disgusting, and I have 1 minute and 50 seconds left of my questioning. Do you believe, Ms. Wiley, that you need to have a PhD in biology to know what a woman is? Yes or no? Is that a yes or a no?
I first
to
want
my
to just say
question?
you
I'm
are right.
out of time.
I am so sorry, and you should never
You
have had
didn't
to
do
suffer
it?
from
Do you
sexual
need a PhD
violence.
in biology to know what a woman is? I've been rape shamed by the left, and I'm not going to allow any of that stuff to happen today. Do you believe that you need a PhD to define what a woman is? Yes or no is the question.
I think every woman is able to define herself as a woman.
It's not how it works. There's biology and science. I would encourage every American to follow the science. Are there risks to women when biological men are in a bathroom with them, Ms. Wiley? Yes or no?
We have every reason to want everyone to be
Can't
safe.
even
and
answer the question.
We are
so
not
the left,
safe
everybody,
or
listen
unsafe.
to the left today. They cannot say yes or no when in asking whether or not there are risks to women when biological men are in the bathroom. Can't even say yes or no in the hearing today. This is lunacy. This is absurd. This gender-bending ideology of the left is disgusting. It's absurd, it's absolute lunacy, and it is a mental health issue in our country. If you agree with this ideology of allowing men into women's spaces, you have a mental health problem in this country. I don't have to go on about the Planet Fitness in Alaska just a few weeks ago or months ago where this guy in his boxers is in the locker room shaving, and there's an underage girl in a towel in the locker room with him. This stuff is disgusting, and I'm going to do everything in my power as a conservative woman in this country, in Congress, to protect all of our women and girls from this lunacy that's happening in the country today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Follow it. The room got tense. You could hear the divide, not just in politics, but in what people even believe is real. If you believe women deserve protection, not politics, hit subscribe right now. Don't miss another moment like this from Capitol Hill. But Mace wasn't done. She got personal. I have a daughter, she said. She just turned 14. I took her shopping for her birthday, and she was taken to a dressing room by a biological male in a mini skirt and lace bralette. It's disgusting. Her voice wavered, but she kept going. I'm a survivor of rape. I was raped at 16. I will not allow women and girls to be put in unsafe situations because of this absurd ideology. And then, the knockout punch. If you think men belong in women's locker rooms, you have a mental health problem. Period. Mace pressed the witness again. Are there risks to women when biological men are in bathrooms with them? But yes or no? Wiley wouldn't answer. Mace leaned in. This is exactly the problem. You dodge, deflect, and deny. Women are paying the price. She brought up recent incidents, like Planet Fitness, where a biological male exposed himself in the women's locker room. This isn't compassion. This is chaos, and it's time for it to stop. Wrapping up, Mace said it loud and clear. Protecting women is not hate. Acknowledging biology is not bigotry. It's common sense. As her time ran out, she made a promise. I will do everything in my power as a conservative woman in Congress to protect every woman and girl in this country from this madness. We are not bending to delusion. We are standing for truth. Nancy Mace drew a line in the sand. Science, safety, and sanity versus ideology and confusion. Subscribe now for more bold moments from Congress.
Thanks for watching The Left Wing Critic, where politics meets passion and we hold power to account. If you're tired of corporate spin and left-wing noise, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and join the movement. The left doesn't stay silent, and neither do we.